Today is December 7th, 2011. We're going to go back to lesson 7.2. We're going to take up question number 9. Now, we've drawn the diagram. And from the wording in the question, this is how we've labeled it. Triangle, I'll write these down here. We'll do triangle, is that a T I wrote? Okay. Triangle TEC has, it looks like measurements like this, which is a base of 6.5 meters. And then it looks like triangle CBR. Now let's fix that triangle. Triangle CBR has the measurements of 4.2 at the base and 1.2 for the height. So what we need to do is find the scale factor between these two triangles. We know they are going to be similar triangles. So we need to find the scale factor between the two. Now the two corresponding sides we're going to talk about, actually we should talk about the angles. This angle here in triangle TEC, so here's our T, E and C, and CBR. Both angle C's are obviously going to be equal. They're referring to the exact same angle. Angle B and angle T are going to be equal. Okay, we have corresponding angles. And angle, let's do that in red. And angle E and R, which are our right angles, are going to be the same. So we know that we have similar triangles. So we need to find the scale factor. Now we're going to be looking for the scale factor between the base of both triangles. So between EC and RC. So we're going to set it up. We're going to take the larger triangle first. So that's side EC over the ratio of RC. Length of EC was 6.5 and the length of RC was 4.2. Okay. Now I can divide these to find out what the exact scale factor will be in this case. So we get 6.5 divided by 4.2 is equal to 1.54. Now, what that means is we have 1.54. How would I make this a fraction, this number? Put it over 1, that's right. Okay, so there's our scale factor. This is still our EC and our RC. Our scale factor, when going from the smaller triangle to the bigger triangle, will be to multiply by 1.54. Ooh, excuse me. And what we'll do is we'll put a little symbol here. When we're going from the smaller to the bigger, we're going to multiply by that number. And if we're going from the bigger one to the smaller one, we would divide by that number. Okay? Now, because we're going from the smaller triangle, we're trying to find the height of the tree in the question. That will mean we're referring to side TE and BR. So we're going to set up our ratio again. Now, BR is the side we have a measurement of, side BR, and we need to refer to side TE. BR is 1.2, and we're going to be looking for TE. We'll call it our X. Now, from what we're doing here, I've actually flipped the ratio, okay? Recall that this is the smaller triangle. So because we're trying to go from the smaller one to the bigger one, we need to multiply. You know what, I'm going to flip that just so. Okay, so we flipped it. Now like we had before, if we want to get to the larger number, we have to multiply obviously by what we've written. So I take our number 1.2 and I multiply by our scale factor, which is 1.54. Is that right? Let's try one more time. 1.2 times 1.54. Yeah, 1.84. Okay, so this is the way we assume the question looked. I'm going to use, very quickly, we're going to try it the other way. Let's assume they did make a mistake. I'll copy everything to the other page so we have a little separate here. Okay, so let's say that our triangle looks more like this. Again, here's our wonderful Christmas tree, because it's almost Christmas. We need to find the height of this tree. We're going to have to find the scale factor. So, in fact, our two triangles, which were TCE C, B, R, and E. We'll do a small scale of these two triangles, triangle T, EC. This one's going to be a little different. Okay, we're looking for the tree height, but this height here, or the base, is going to be 6.5 plus 4.2. Okay, in that case we get 10.7 meters. Our other triangle stays with the same measurements, BRC, which has the measurements of a height of 1.2 and a base of 4.2, which means with our TEC and BRC, again we have to find the scale factor using the bases of both triangles, but this time side EC has a different measurement. Side EC in this case is 10.7, and we're referring to side RC, which is 4.2. When we divide the two to find our scale factor, which is, again, that's called our K. Okay? Our scale factor gives us 4.2 divided by that, 2.54. So we have 2.54. What is it above? 1, that's right. Anytime I have a whole number and I need to make it a fraction, we put it above 1. Same idea as before. If we're going up from the smaller to the bigger triangle, we multiply by that number. And if we're coming down, we're dividing by that number. So we have the measurement, and now we're looking for the height of the tree with a larger base, we're assuming. So now we're referring to, once again, EC was the larger triangle, so we have TE over side BR. Side BR is 1.2. This is our X. Exact same idea. We need to multiply by our scale factor, which is 2.54, which is 1.2 times 2.54. 3.04.